Let's go back into this user profile editing screen, which we give you when you installed authentication stuff. So now we have a full user profile, and now we can also add a first name and last name and the avatar. Coming back to the avatar for a moment, if the user had signed up using an email address that is already registered with gravatar.com, which lets you assign a default avatar image to an email address. For example, here is one of my testing email addresses that actually is registered with Gravatar. And so you can see once I changed it to that, Peter Griffin shows up as my avatar. And that's the image that I have registered at Gravatar. So that means when users sign up for your app, if they are already registered on Gravatar, they will have a image avatar already assigned to their user. They don't even need to change anything. But if they are not a Gravatar user, then they can upload a custom avatar image. So let's go ahead and do that. It's going to show me a preview, and I can click update. We use Rails active storage in order for that to work. We also give you a remove link, and that will clear the avatar off of the user. You'll notice that we have initials automatically generated, and that's based on the email address at first. But if they set a first name and last name, let's say to something else like test user, now the initials say TU, and they show up here as well. And we're showing the first name, last name here now instead of the email address. So all of that is powered by some helper methods that we have built in, which we have put into the project. First, we have an avatars helper. Basically, we are using this to put in the avatar image, and we check to see if one exists on the user. Actually, while we're at it, let's check out the user model, because we also added has one attached avatar to the user model. And we also added a couple of methods on the user. So we've got initials, which will check for a first name and last name. If that doesn't exist, then it'll use the email address. And we also have a method called name, which will output their first name and or last name. And if those don't exist, then it would output email address. And that's what we are showing here. So moving down, we have time zone. You'll notice it says Eastern time zone. And so when I signed up, it automatically detected that I'm in this time zone, and it set that on my user profile. We've got a selection here so the user can change that if they need to. How do we do that? Well, we have installed a Stimulus.js controller into the project that's in controllers, components, time zone controller. So this is attached to the sign up form that we've added. And you usually don't even need to touch this. What it does is it detects the current time zone that the user is in, and it sets that in a hidden field, and then it saves that on the user when they register.